Alright, I'm going to try to get my camper set up to put that Dometic refrigerator out of the van in this camper. And let me catch this door. Hold up a second. Okay. So what the previous owner did, or somebody at some point with this camper, is they put in a like a college dorm refrigerator freezer, and it's actually pretty nice, pretty good size. I hate to see it go because of its size. Nice big freezer. This is a 4 cubic foot Magic Chef refrigerator freezer, and it looks, from this point of view, it looks pretty much brand new. But the problem with it is it runs off a 110. What I see pretty common out here where we're at is people will pull out the RV freezers, fridge freezers, 12 volt propane ones, and they'll install these refrigerators because all the campgrounds, pretty much most of the campgrounds, have hookups. And if you're camping out here in the summertime, you want the hookups because it's so hot and humid. It would just be miserable trying to sleep, at least for me, coming from farther west where it's more dry. Anyway, I have a hard time trying to sleep in that stuff. So you're gonna have to have your hookup for your AC, or run a generator continuously so you can get the humidity out of the air and be able to sleep. So anyway, they put in these refrigerators, and it's nice. I mean, I gotta admit, it's a nice refrigerator. I kind of hate to see it go, but here's what I'm gonna end up doing. Our Dometic 12 volt / 110 volt that I have in the van will run off of either or. So what I'm going to do is pull this one out, and I thought I was going to have to cut into this cabinet, cut this wall out so I could make it fit, but actually Selena came up with a good idea and said we could put it in there longwise and then have the lid lift up like this. So I busted out the tape measure, and from here to the back wall is about 20 inches or so, maybe 21. And the refrigerator that we have, the Dometic, is about 22 to 23 inches in length. So I'm going to set it in there sideways, and it may stick out here an inch or two onto this step to get up into the bed, but heck, that's going to be fine. Then what I'll do is I'll open the lid and find out how much room I need for the lid to open on the Dometic, and then I'll put a shelf across here, and that'll leave all this upper area for shelving. And I could probably have enough room to put like a coat hanger rod or something across the top there and hang shirts and stuff. I think it's going to be enough room to make that happen. If not, I'll just put a shelf and we'll use it for storage. So that's the plan. Let me take you out back, and it's kind of windy out there right now, so hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio too bad on this. If it does, maybe I'll do a voiceover or something on it. But let's go out and I'll show you what I got to deal with to get that refrigerator out of there. So I took off the door, and then they have this it's about a 1/2 inch piece of fiberglass insulation, kind of a slick deal, to cover this up because these refrigerators don't need the ventilation like that. That goes up to the roof vent, which is basically just going to be for looks now. So I will see, they've got a couple of big screws here. Now I don't know if that was originally here, and then they've got some house wire, copper wire, tied down to the frame of that refrigerator. And then they've also got some brackets here going over the foot to keep it from sliding around. So I'm just going to take out this wire and these brackets, unplug it. Got a 12 volt, or not a 12 volt, but a 110 outlet right there, which is kind of nice because I can plug my Dometic in there. And then if we do plug in someplace, or I connect my generator to the camper, then our Dometic will run off of the 110. And it automatically senses that and makes a switch from 110 or 12 volt, depending on what is hooked up. It defaults to 110 if 110 is if it senses 110. Otherwise it'll just be 12 volt. So that, take all these mounts out, and then the hard part, lifting that thing up and getting it out of the camper. I don't really have a setup to be able to show this. Maybe I'll set my camera inside on the grill when I'm struggling to get this thing out of here. But let me get all this unhooked, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I got. All right guys, I got it all detached in the back. I don't know how heavy it is, but here goes nothing. See what happens.
It doesn't feel too bad. It's just big and bulky. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Gotta get it out of here. Good heavens. Yeah, let's get it down to the floor. About the biggest you can fit in here, I think.
All right. Whew. Here we go. Big open spot. So, let's see. I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner, get all this dust out of here, and get it prepared to slide the Dometic in here. It'll just sit on this shelf. It's already designed for having a refrigerator sitting on it, and I'm pretty sure this will work out good. I've got an outlet for the 110, and then I can probably just tap right in here. I think this was the 12 volt that was powering the refrigerator, the original fridge. So I'll put a either direct wired or put a socket on there for my Dometic to plug it in and source the 12 volt. And those are nice thick wires. So then I also have the propane here that I can get a hose that will connect with this and run that someplace out here so I can put my catalytic heater in here. So that's a pretty good deal. It's a nice big location. I'm going to run a piece of polyiso foam, about a, what is it, 1 inch thick stuff. Some leftover stuff I had from building the van to block off this hole, and then I'll put the vent back on from the outside, but that'll just be blocked off so and insulated so I don't get a lot of cold air or a breeze or something coming through here. And then slide my fridge in there. Cool. Thanks for watching.